Oh my god, the second I click on fucking just chatting, my mother calls. God damn it. She couldn't have like done it a minute ago, really. Oh. Wait, one sec, guys. Oh my god, that is so unfortunate. One second. Entertain yourself for now. We'll go into the BRB screen. Oh, here we go. Now you can hear me. Hello. Is it always like that? No, it is not. It is not always like that. It's just unfortunate timing, honestly. Ugh. Oh no, my glasses. They've slipped. Oh, oh my god, I don't know how to calibrate this. Okay, it's just pretend glasses. Hello, hello. I'm using a webcam tracking, so I can wink now. I know, advanced. But yeah, the eyes are a bit freakishly. I don't know. Maybe I'll switch to my phone eventually. But actually, speaking of, I should probably also keep it charged. Well, if that is like a backup option. Look at me. This is a professional streamer, by the way. Okay. This here. I also need to remember to charge my laptop when I'm done. Hello, 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 technology. Yeah. So about the rating, a few like PSA, a few like information points. The story is mine, right? I'm the one who writes it, which means it is not professionally written. There may be some mistakes. I'm not good at reading out loud. You will notice probably me accidentally skipping words or going over the line because I realized I read it wrong. So keep that in mind, please. What else? If you want to have the text in front of you, there is a Wattpad. It's posted there with a few of the chapters. It's also posted on. Well, the first chapter has been rewritten recently, so the updated version won't be on Discord, but the older version is on Discord. What else did I want to note on? I guess I did everything or said everything. What? Any other notes I should probably mention? I don't know how we'll do this, right? Cause hey, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Cause I'm gonna read from my Google Docs, and I don't want to dox myself. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be screen sharing this, right? Oh, I mean, I could. There's nothing actually, but I don't think it's that necessary. I'm very nervous. But yeah, I don't know where I'm gonna be. I don't know how to do this. It's so new. I hate doing new things. Oh my god, I can do it. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me, but I do not believe in me. Oh god. Okay, what else? What else should I say? How else can I smudge this on? Avoid doing it. You most definitely will. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. Okay. I guess I'll give like. Does anyone want to go get something? Snacks. They're clipping shit for every time I mess up. So they can forever hold me against, like, hold it against me, I guess. No, no one. Fine. So I do not have glasses, so I'm using the sunglasses. Cause I was like, oh, that's cool, right? But then I'm like, no, that's stupid. So I might also remove them. Who knows? I'm so nervous to start this. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready, chat? Oh, fine. So we're reading chapter 1, named The Beginning, because I'm so creative. Oof. It will take a moment. I'm sorry. I'm so like, it's so new, so I'm cringing a bit. Also, like, you know, it's my story, so of course I'm gonna be cringing at it. I think though what we'll do after each chapter depends how many chapters we'll get, but after each chapter, questions, any clarifications, stuff that wasn't necessarily clear, feel free to ask, I guess. Okay. Deep breath, let me take water and we can start. Creation is always there when you start something new. That's true. That's true. Okay. So we're gonna begin now. I have always wondered, haunted even, by the thought of what might have been if that day had never come. Huh? If that day had never come. Okay, right, sorry. What paths would our life have taken? What might have become of us? Would the tides of fate oh my god, sorry. Would the tides of fate have been kinder or crueler still? The grand hallway stretches endlessly before me. Its towering oh my god. It's okay. It's towering, oh my god. Its towering marble walls rising like silent stencils. Each surface gleamed with a flawless polish, so smooth it mirrored fleeting fragments of my form as I passed. Oh my god. Elegant tapestries hung between gilded pillars, each woven with painstaking oh my god. Painstaking detail. Immortalizing oh my god, wait. I think I need to make this bigger. I'm sorry. I gave a warning. Okay. Where was I? Okay. I'll read that again. So, elegant tapestries hung between gilded pillars, each woven with painstaking detail, immortalizing the triumphs, tragedies, and enduring legacy of our kingdom. Above, crystal chandeliers, always swayed gently in the draft of my passing, scattering a cascade of warm golden light that clung like marble beneath oh my god, golden light that clung to the marble beneath like golden liquid sunlight. All around, the air was alive with the fragrance of lavish greenery, majestic majestic ferns, and oh my god, ornate gold pots, blooms in full, fragments. Oh my god, why? Take down the background music. Okay. Here. Like completely muted or just make it lower? I'll just a little. I think that's fine. Right? Here-ish. It's like there, but not too there. Okay. Where was I? All around the air was alive with fragments of lavish greenery, majestic ferns in ornate gold pods, blossoms in full fragment bloom, their delicate scents weaving together in a subtle harmony, a testament to the kingdom's wealth and its reverence for beauty. Oh, that was a long fucking paragraph. Earlier, a guard had approached me with an unexpected urgency, informing me that the king himself had summoned me directly to the throne room, abruptly cancelling the event he had previously sent me to attend. The shift in plans had been abrupt enough to knock a faint unease in my chest. I pressed my thoughts into order and quickened my pace, my steps riding softly against the marble floor, the echoes following me like whispers. At last, I stood before the great doors of the throne room. They were a masterpiece unto themselves, carved from the finest dark wood, each side bearing the kingdom's emblem, iridian crystal encircled by flowing magical pathways, intertwined with delicate leaf and blossom motifs. So lifelike that they seemed to stir in the muted glow. Oh my god. The artistry was exquisite. Every groove and curve a reminder of the kingdom's majesty and its deep-rooted bond with nature. Drawing a steadying breath, I braced myself for whatever awaited beyond. As I entered oh my god, as I entered, okay, wait, sorry, it's written weird. As I entered, the grandeur of the chamber enveloped me. The king sat upon his throne, regal and unwavering, and beside him the prince, poised yet unbeatable. Your Majesty, I spoke fairly, my voice carrying across the vast chamber as I bowed deeply. I beg your forgiveness, my lord, for keeping you waiting. It was never my intent to delay you. We forgive you, the king replied, his tone gracious. It was an unexpected summons. Take your place. I moved swiftly, each step echoing the vastness until I reached my station. Turning to face the door, I allowed my gaze to flicker towards the prince. There was tension in his features, an uncharacteristic strain, as though dread had found a place in him. His eyes met mine, and for an instant his guarded expression softened, breaking into the faintest, familiar smile. He is still the same. Oh my god, wait, that's a cringy line. Sorry. Hello. Hi there on Twitch, by the way. Sorry, we're already reading. If you want to follow the text, it's on Wattpad. I actually didn't post the link, but if you want to, I'll go get it. Also, sorry, the next line is so cringe. I'm trying to like gather my okay. He's still the same. Kitty. I thought, a warm blushing faintly against a warmth. Wait, what? I thought, warm brushing faintly against my guarded composure. It's still, percussion curled in my mind like a collided. Oh my god. Coile? Oh, what is this word? Okay, like a collided serpent. We'll call it. I think it's collided. My hand slipped subtly to the hilt of the sword hidden beneath my cape. Whoever our guest may be, I resolved silently, I will be ready. The king's voice broke the quiet. Our guest seems to be running late. The word has carelessly left his lips when the great door slammed open with a force that reverbed through the chamber. Long time, no see, came a voice, deep, rasping, laced with a coarse arrogance that filled the vast space and left it weighted in silence. Old friend, the intruder added, the words dripping with dark familiarity. Our ties were severed long ago, the king answered, with composure and steadiness, his stance unyielding. You know well why you were summoned here. Your people have been crossing our borders without cease, spreading fear, terrorizing my subjects. I hereby demand you. A harsh, guttural laugh split through his words. Excellent, the man growled, his tone sharpening into something far darker. Shadow gathered in his palm, swirling and flowing into a glowing orb of back-end energy. Slowly, deliberately, he lifted it toward the king. Oh my god. I strive for fear, he declared, his voice rising with each syllable. I crave it. It feeds me. His eyes gleamed with fear. Oh my god. His eyes gleamed with fear bore. I don't know. I don't remember that word. It gives me control. The orb swelled as if answering his rage, and in one swift moment he hurled it towards the king's head. The attack was instantaneous, the air trembling with force. Instinct seized me. In a breath, I flung myself between the king and the oncoming strike, summoning my magic to meet it head on. Power crackled around me as my spell overtook as my spell overpowered the dark energy, closing my hand around it until it was nothing but fading smoke. You would do well. Oh my god. Sorry. You would do well to take your leave, I warned, my voice low, each word measured. You, his gaze looked at me. No, sorry. His gaze locked with mine, and in that instant, something unnameable stirred within me. A strange, almost jarring familiarity. The voice. I knew it. Somewhere deep in oh my god, recesses. I don't know. Somewhere deep in my memory, it had echoed before, and then darkness. So imagine like swirling or like a flashback, because right now we're going to a flashback. Everything was shadow. The air around me felt heavy, suffocating, yet I drifted weightlessly, suspended in a void without end. My limbs did not move, and yet I was moving. Floating, perhaps falling. I could not tell. The sensation was disorienting, as though the very concept of up and down has ceased to exist. I don't know. Wait, oh my god. At first, I thought the shifting shapes that surrounded me were waves, but no, they were strands of hair, long, dark, and impossibly vast, curling and drifting as though the void itself breathed through them. My eyes fell to my own hands, small and trembling, their skin marked with scars and fresh bruises. I was younger, much younger, no more than 5 years of age. My frame was swallowed by a warm, oversized shirt that hung from me like a tattered gown. The fabric soiled with dirt, its frayed edges speaking of long years of harsher days. Then something cold brushed against my bare feet, snapping me into sharper awareness. My position shifted, my arms falling slightly behind me to brace against nothing. There was no ground around me, only emptiness. What is this? I thought, and then I saw them. Two shapes in darkness, not quite orbs, not quite eyes, but holding the unmistakable weight of a gaze. They watched me, unwavering, unblinking, their silent presence pressing upon my chest like a stone. What is that? The figure emerged slowly from the dark. I was not as I am now. My hair was shorter. Its shade a softer brown, my eyes piercing blue. A jagged mark stretched across my face from one eye to the other, as though craved there by violence. Then the voice came. It was everywhere at once, reverberating through the void, its echo sinking into my bones. I am you, but myself too. The watching orbs drifted closer, their immense forms shrinking as they approached until they floated just before my face. We are one, the voice declared, which is why I will share my powers with you. The sound shifted suddenly. Focusing into a single resonant point directly in front of me. The all-consuming presence condensed until it felt as though the very air between us trembled under its intensity. The orbs vanished, replaced by the slow drift of hair. From within those strands, a narrow opening began to form, revealing an unmoving image locked in unnerving clarity. Sorry. A woman lay lifeless upon the ground. Her gown of deep red was soaked in her own blood. The once bright pink of her hair now dulled and darkened as it absorbed the crimson pool beneath her. Wisps of shadow leaked from her body, oh my god, what is this? Dissipating into the air like smoke. And there, amongst the curling stands of darkness, stood the unmistakable silhouette of her killer. It's your chance, the voice urged from the darkness. Who is this woman? I demanded, but my words were swallowed by the void. You can finally break free. Live, it insisted, ignoring my question entirely. Answer me, my voice cracked with frustration, but no answer came. Instead, the tone hardened, carrying the weight of a command. Take your revenge. Make them pay for the suffering they have inflicted upon you. The void around me shifted, and suddenly the word was blinding white. The hair was gone. Gravity returned, placing me upon a smooth, cool surface that extended in every direction. Two stones floated in the air before me, rising and falling in slow, deliberate rhythm. Choose wisely, their voice came again. Oh my god. Omnipresent and unyielding. Omnipresent and unyielding. The stone moved closer with sudden speed. One was deep black. Its roughened surface scratched. Oh my god. Its roughened surface fractured in strange patterns. The word revenge pulsing faintly within its core. The other was pure white, impossibly smooth. Its surface gleaming with a gentle light. The word suffer etched within it like a delicate scar. Stones, I murmured under my breath. No answer. My gaze lingered on the white stone. Drawn by its calm light, I reached towards it, thinking, perhaps foolishly, that I would bear my own suffering if it meant sparing others from harm. But as my fingers neared, an unseen force nudged my head away, pulling me towards the black one. Why? My fingers grazed the black stone surface, and in that instant a surge of searing energy flooded into me, burning through my veins as though my very blood had turned fire. The top of my blue eyes deepened into a striking violet, a deep vibrant purple cutting through my brown hair. The scars and bruises vanished from my skin, erased as though they had never been. I could no longer remember the pain they had once carried. The power within me grew too great to contain, and before I could control it, it erupted outwards in a violent explosion of magic, raw and untamed. Okay, now we're going back. This was all a flashback. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. That's our protagonist. The present, snapped back into focus as the last thread of the moment dissolved. My pulse thundered in my ears, the heat of my anger rising until it threatened to drown out all reason. His face, his voice, it was no longer just that of an enemy. It was something far older, far deeper, something woven into a part of me I had never wanted to face. I moved without thought. In a breath, I was behind him, my momentum carrying the weight of my fury. My fist struck with a force that the great window behind the throne shattered under his body. The deafening crash scattering. Oh my god. The deafening crash scattering shards like falling stars. My wings unfurled with a violent snap, propelling me into the open air after him. I caught a flitting glimpse of the prince's face as I passed, worry etched deep into his features, but I could not stop. I will make you pay, my voice cut through the wind as I drew my sword. There's still a seamless extension of my will. He turned mid-air, shadows gathering around his hand to meet my first strike. The clash was a violent meeting of power and will, his magic deflecting the blade with force that jarred my grip. That jarred my grip. I attacked again and again, each blow more furious than the last, the edge of my weapon biting through the folds of his cloak in sharp, narrow cuts. The air between us grew thick with heat and of my oh, the air between us grew thick with the heat of magic, the heat of my magic, and the acrid, I think, tank of his shadow. And then I broke through. A strike, clean and merciless, sent him hurling downward until the ground rose up to meet him with a bone-striking impact. Oh, hello, Chad. Hi, Elo. he crashed her. He crashed near the great tree, its sprawling canopy of pink leaves glowing faintly under the light, golden veins in its dark, gleaming in its bark, gleaming as if channeling the heartbeat of the earth itself. I landed at the edge of the crater his body has made, my boots grinding into the fractured earth. He lay sprawled, the thin curl of a mocking smile at the corners of his lips. You've harmed too many already, he said, my voice steady despite the storm in my chest. No one will suffer from your hand again. I raised my sword. I raised my sword. The weight of the weight of justice heavy in my grasp. Just as expected, he murmured, his gaze sharpened. So much power in my own flesh and blood. The words struck me like a sudden blow. For the briefest moment, my grip faltered, not in strength, but in certainty. It won't be this easy to rid yourself of me, child. In that breath of hesitation, he moved. Shadow collided and condensed in his palm, forming the same spell he had hurled at the king. This time, there was no one to intercept. It struck me in the ribs with brutal precision, the impact tearing the breath from my lungs. Pain flared and hot and sharp, driving me back. My helmet flew from my head, clattering somewhere beyond my reach. By the time I steadied myself, he was gone. I failed. The thought sank like a stone in my chest. My jaw clenched. I failed, I said out loud. The words raw, tasting of frustration and bitter shame. How had I allowed him to escape? My fingers tightened on the hilt of my sword, the tremor in my hands betraying the fury I could no longer hide. Footsteps approached, light and certain, a sound I knew well. The prince. He came to stand beside me, his presence quiet yet grounding. He had rested upon my shoulder. His hand rested upon my shoulder, a touch that cut through the thundering in my head. It's all right, he said softly. I'm here. Something in his tone, gentle and steady, loosening the knot inside my chest. My vision blurred, the edges of the world softening until all I could feel was the warmth of his head and the steady rhythm of his voice. You can rest now. I let myself fall against him, surrounding to the darkness that pulled me under. Okay, so now like some time passes. Okay. And it's hard to I have to describe this because in front of me there's like those little signals that time passes. When I awoke, it was to the similar side of my chamber's ceiling. The air was still, carrying faint traces of medical herbs. Paint coiled tightly in my ribs, sharper now in the quiet. I forced myself upright despite the protesting ache. My eyes sweeping over the nightstand where the herbs and the healing tools lay neatly arranged. A light touch on the door activated my warding spell, followed by a soft knock. The door opened, and there he was, the prince. Ignoring the pain, I rose to my feet and bowed as deeply as I could manage, keeping silent to avoid betraying the stain it caused me. Stop it! What are you doing? He crossed this. Oh my god! He crossed the space between us swiftly, catching me before my knees could give way. Your Majesty, I murmured as he guided me back to the bed, easing me to sit with my back against the frame. A faint warmth rose to my cheek, and I turned my eyes away. Stop it, Soul. He cheated. Cheated, by the way, not cheated. His voice a blend of exasperation and concern. I told you not to call me that when the king isn't present. He sat beside me, his expression oh my god, sorry. His expression saddened with something unspoken. His hand brushed against mine before gently taking it. How are you doing? How are you feeling? He asked, his voice quieter now, his gaze steady and searching. I found myself unable. Oh, wait. By man. Wait. Okay. I found myself unable to look away. He leaned closer, his free hand reaching towards my face, or so I thought, before moving to the bandage wrap around my head. Letting go of my hand, he worked carefully at the knot, leaning close enough for me to feel the faint warmth of his breath. I've been worse, my prince, I said softly, the words slipping before I could stop them. His hand stilled, his expression tightening briefly. Sorry, I added, avoiding my gaze. It's a habit I can't seem to break. He exhaled, rolling his eyes slightly, then rolling his eyes slightly, then resumed moving the bandage, tossing the tossing the dirty cloth aside. He reached for the herbs on the nightstand. Isn't this someone else's task? I asked, my tone sharper than I intended, masking the gratitude pressing at the edges of my voice. A faint smile tugged at his lips, more teasing than annoyed. I dismissed them. My prerogative. The admission caught me off guard. I did not know whether to scold him for neglecting his duties or feel something entirely different. He began grinding the herbs, his movement deft and precise, his attention never straying from the task. You have your own responsibilities, I said quietly, but he didn't answer, only worked in silence until the herbs turned into a smooth paste. When he applied it to my wounds, his touch was so careful it almost unbearable. Oh my god. It was almost unbearable. Stirring emotions I did not wish to name. You'll need to drink this, he murmured, his voice carrying the faintest weight of insistence, as though he would not accept refusal. He lifted the metal cup with both care and quiet authority, tilting it towards my lips. I turned my face slightly, attempting to take it myself, but his hands remained firm. Wait, I turned my face. Okay, yeah. But his hands remained firm, guiding the rim back to my mouth. Reluctantly, I allowed it. The liquid touched my tongue, and I was caught off guard by the unexpected sweetness. My instinct was to avert my eyes, to shield myself from whatever might be reflecting in his gaze. So close. Oh my god. Okay, to shield myself from whatever might be reflected in his gaze, so I closed them instead, sealing away the tension curling in my chest. When the last, oh my god, I don't know why I'm fucking up so much here. When the last swallow slipped down my throat, I felt the cup leave my lips. I opened my eyes, only to find his face much closer than before. The air between us seemed to sink into a single fragile thread. His eyes clear, intent, and unreadable. Searched mine with something I could not name. It was not command, it was not duty. It was something else, something that made my breath catch without permission. I did not move. I could not. Something resolved in his gaze. His hand, still warm from holding the cup, lingered faintly at my jaw as he leaned in. The world beyond his shadow faded until there was only him, the faint scent of his skin, the quiet rhythm of his breath, and his lips were upon mine. The first touch was feather light, almost hesitant, as though testing the ground between us. Then it deepened, not in force, but in clarity, in the unspoken truth that he meant it. My heart pounded violently, each beat echoing through my chest like a drum in an empty hall. The warmth of the content spreading through me. The warmth of the content. Oh my god. The warmth of the contact spread through me. But it was tangled with something else. Confusion, alarm, the dawning sense that I should understand this. That I should feel something more than this storm of unfamiliarity. And yet, part of me did not want to pull away. Oh, sorry. And yet, part of me did not want to pull away. Oh my god, that thought struck me like lightning. The moment stretched into something unbearable. An instinct surged to the forefront, making whatever spell had held me still. My hands moved before I could think, striking his cheek with a sharp slap that echoed faintly in the quiet of the room. His head turned slightly with the impact, though he did not speak at once. My own breath was uneven. My pulse still frantic, my mind a mess of a question with no answer. My mind a mess of questions with no answers. What had just happened? What was I meant to feel? Why did my chest ache Why did my chest ache with both guilt and something dangerously close to longing? The heat in my face was suffocating, and I turned away, unwilling to meet his gaze. My lips still tingled with the ghost of the contact, and the sensation unsettled me more than my blade could have. I did not know what was worse: the fact that he had kissed me, or the fact that I did not know whatever I wished he had never stopped. Oh, sorry, or the fact that I had not. Oh my god, that I did not know whether I wished he had stopped sooner. And that's the end of chapter 1. Hello. Hi, Shadow. Sorry, you came in the middle. A very, very tense moment there. Hello. Oh my god. So how am I feeling? I forgot how, like, I completely forgot to give a warning. The story is more to the mature audience. There's like a lot of topics. Of course, when we'll get to the heavy chapters, I'll put a warning for anyone who doesn't want to read those, or like hear me read those, I guess. But yeah, just keep in mind the story is not like for kids. I'm here for it all. Hey, chapters are quite longish sometimes. Yeah, true. I should have timed this. I should have timed to see how long it took me to read this one chapter. Because I did some yapping in the end. In algebra class. Watching VTubers in algebra. That's commitment, buddy. Around 15 minutes? Okay. Well, no. 15 minutes is the whole stream. I started the stream late. I also started and then had to go into BRB because my mother called. So, and then I was doing yapping because I was very nervous at starting. Oh my god. And my screens keep going like black. My 2 monitors. I have 3, so 2 of them keep going black for some reason. No hello back? Oh, what do you mean? Hello. Sorry. I'm like half looking at chat, half yapping. 35 minutes. Oh, okay. Hello. Sorry for the no hello. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are we feeling like chapter 2? Are we feeling that was too much? Oh my god. I love the ending of the first chapter. I know some parts are confusing, specifically because I'm like throwing everyone so hard into the story and like confusing you from the start, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it, man. I love it. I love it so much. I really just establish everything from the get-go. Bring chapter 2 soon. Oh, buddies, there's like 300 chapters. It's okay. You have a lot of content. Hmm. What? Oh, wait. Why does it not? Oh, because I'm on filter? No. What was the question? Is it okay to have an online streamer stalker? Huh? You have an online streamer stalker? What do you mean? Oh, for real? What does that mean? You should add them up. Which you should add them all up when you're finished. Well, so far, let's check. I can open up my latest document, the one that has the latest chapters. So one sec. I'm right now. So this one is this finished? Wait, let me see. It's semi-finished. So I'm right now in chapter 343, and I'm almost finished with it. So we're starting with 45 soon. It's okay. I don't think so. Getting stalked is not okay. There's okay. What are we defining as stalked? Let's start the conversation there. I think that's a very important definition. Pretty sure it's not legal. Yeah, I'm also very confused on that. What do you mean, like streamers talking? I say this is like a break for me to drink some water, my tea, because reading is tough, as you can tell. Stock them back as the dominance. Good advice, Shadow. Like, what are they doing exactly? Are they like constantly checking on you and stuff? Did you block them? That's that's important. Blocking, even though on Twitter's not. It's like someone who streamed and stalks people in a VTuber now. Streamed in the past. I don't know. Like trying to get the information, like doxing them or something. That also it just honestly feels like unhealthy obsession. Tomo, yes, yes, yes. Yes, you. What have I done? How is this even possible? Just talking of love? Like, what do you mean? Are you talking about a healthy obsession or bad obsession? More? It's okay. I will do more in a bit. I'm taking a small break. Like, are we talking good obsession or are we talking bad obsession? Or are we talking just admiring? So they're like keeping on with the VTuber and going to events and buying merch and stuff like that. Because that's just being a hardcore fan. That's not technically stalking. Both? What do you mean both? Like, are they like trying to get your private information, go to your house and be like, ah, be mine, boo? Or like, are they just like supporting? Like, because there's different definition of stalking. Maybe. Maybe what? Oh my god, he's so cute. He came to my house with a knife, guys. Like, what are we talking? I hope you mean like either healthy obsession or just sheer admiration. If they try anything like that, you should probably contact someone. Yeah, 100%. Scary. No, Never happened to me. I hope never happened to you, but like if it's making you uncomfortable, unfollow, block, I don't know, like, you know, take all the measures, report them if needed. If you're talking about just sheer admiration of a VTuber, sorry, that's fine. People do that. I mean, people have Oshis for a reason, right? So that's completely fine. That's nothing to be ashamed of. That's just being a fan of something. Honestly, if the VT model is worth it, then it's okay to me. Ah, what does that mean? Call 911 if you get that bad. But but I don't know, the number is different everywhere. Actually, no. I know that in Israel, they changed it that if you call 911, I think it still will call the police. I think 911 got so like international that a lot of places would automatically just connect you to that police line, that country's police line. Exactly how it sounds like. Oh. Then it's okay to me. Okay. Well, as long as you're not getting harmed, I guess. Okay, are we ready for we're ready for the next chapter? My god. That was an interesting like break conversation. I'll give you that. I've never had someone ask me that. Oh yeah. Okay. I gotta go now. It's still school, you know? Nice, good to know. Yeah. Bye bye, Shadow. Good luck in algebra. Yeah, I did pick a not the most comfortable time for Americans. My bad. Like for overseas, I guess. Not both count. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. I think this is better. You can hear me better like this. My Shannon, was nice seeing you. Okay. We ready? How I felt after literally asked the most scary question to an innocent VTuber. Yes, okay. Second chapter. The days after. Oh, sorry. I'm getting back in the zone. As I look at his turned away face holding his cheek, I can't stop but feel shame and embarrassment. Sorry, I forgot myself, he said almost jokingly, rubbing his cheek again and turning his blushing face towards me. I can't tell what he is thinking about. All I do is grab the blanket and hide my visibly red face in it. I can't understand why, but my heart feels like it's being pulled into two directions. One telling me to stay distant, the other begging for him not to leave. Should it be your will, merely say the word, and I will take my leave. I couldn't look at him. It's too much for me. After not answering for a few seconds, he placed the cup back into the nightstand and turns towards the door with some hesitation in his first steps. What? Do you feel paranoia? Don't you? No, I don't. I'm fine. So sorry, I won't get distracted by chat while I'm reading. So you can chat within yourself, but I'll be ignoring chat when I'm reading. I'm back. Sorry. I grabbed his arm after he took 2 steps, causing pain to overpower me for a second, making me groan a little. With no thought, he immediately stopped and looked at me. Please, if it's not too bold of me to say, I'd prefer if you remained a while longer. I mumbled to him. His eyes widened as an uncontrollable smile is covering his face. He gets closer to me, hugging me. Sharp pain hit as soon as he squeezed his arms around me, but I let him do it. After hugging for a few seconds, he backs away from me, back to sitting on the edge of the bed. I still struggle to look into his green eyes. I'm happy he's here with me. Okay, side note. This is written very weirdly. I wrote this almost a year ago now, so I'll probably need to rework this. But Dear God, this is not written the best way. Anyways, back into it. Um. Okay. I'm happy he's here with me. I'll always be by you. His hands pats mine as soon as he whispered it to himself, comforting me, slowly helping me to doze off, and let the magical herbs do their thing. I woke up from my normal alarm. Okay, okay, that's. Let me just. I woke up just like this. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to be there. Okay, I woke up. It's the crack of dawn. The room is empty, and still I sat up, pain-free, on my bed, looking in the mirror. There's something under the bandages I have on my upper torso. Something I haven't expected. Dark, swirling magic laced under my skin. It was like a reminder of the battle, but it felt different. As I take the bandages off, I notice how closer to the impacted area I get, the dark essence is more visible. I get lost in my own mind as I touch the infected areas. It doesn't feel painful, I think to myself. It feels more familiar, as if it was always there, and his magic just lured it out. Allowed. Oh my god. Oh my god. How do I reward this? Because this is not good for the world building. Okay, I'll say it like this. Sorry. Okay. As if it was here, there, and his magic just lured it out. And then I remembered it's almost time for me to go get the prince. The prince. ... I can't help but touch my lips as his image enters my mind. My heart races, my thoughts caught in a whirlwind of confusion. I shower quickly, the water helping to clear my head. Once I'm finished, I slip into my Under Armour shirt and a pair of thick black leggings before reaching for my lesser formal armor. It feels cold and unyielding, but the weight somehow feels different today, heavier even. Maybe with the helmet on, I will be able to get through the day normally, I tell myself, but then I approach the armor mannequin. A sudden unease washes over me. The helmet, it's gone. I blink, looking at the spot where it should have been. My practical helmet, a simple but reliable piece of armor, gone. The one I was wearing yesterday was part of the formal set, but this was my practical helmet. How could it just vanish? I do not have oh my god. I don't have time to dwell on it now. I have to get a replacement eventually. I glance at my room one last time. The unease is bothering me, but there is no time for answers, only action. I gather what little reserve I have left and make my way to the princess chamber. The weight of yesterday's event hangs over me, but I know I'll have to face the consequences of our actions sooner or later. As usual, I greet the night patrol as they prepare to switch with the day patrol. Most of them either fake their their respect for me, or avoid making eye contact. I'm not sure if it's because of my unusual appearance without the helmet, or is it because they struggle to accept someone so much younger than them holding such a high rank. I try to brush off the awkwardness with my subordinates and focus on the task ahead, the princess chambers. Before I reach his door, I pause for a moment, taking a deep breath to steady myself. I can't afford to let my emotions show. Not now. I raise my hand to knock, but before I could make contact, the door opens. The prince stands before me, dressed in his training clothes, clearly trying to hide the exhaustion in his eyes. He hadn't rested well. That much was obvious. My prince, I say, my voice quieter than usual. Are you well? The question feels as though I'm breaking some unspoken rule, but I can't stop myself from asking, even if it's just a formal inquiry. The prince gives me a tired, almost amused look. I'm fine, Soul. I'm just a little tired, he says, trying to downplay it within a faint smile. Trying to downplay it with a faint smile. But the dark circles under his eyes betray him. I can't bring myself to say more. It is not my place to press him further, but a quiet unease settles in my chest. I nod slightly, unsure of what else to do with the words hanging between us. He's the first to break the awkward situation. Let's go. I feel like they're in our training outside today. The prince cheerfully walks ahead of me, unaffected by the awkwardness I can't seem to shake off. I watch him for a moment, feeling a wave of uncertainty. Maybe I should have stayed up all night too, I think, almost enviously. At least then I could block out the strange mix of emotions I'm trying not to acknowledge. Usually our training takes place in the training hall, a massive room filled with sorts of equipments and systems designed to track and improve our sessions. It's where I can review everything. Oh my god. It's where I can review everything, pinpoint weaknesses, and analyze the progress he makes. The fact that he is suggesting the outside arenas today, however, feels like an odd choice. He seems different. Ever since the incident with that strange guest, there's a change in the air between us, something unspoken that lingers, though I can't put my fingers on it. Your Highness, I try to get his attention, but he just keeps walking. Your Highness, I repeat, but it's this time louder. Bill! Finally, he stops, turning to face me with a look that almost mirrors my own frustration. I'm not going to train you if you are tired, I say firmly. He looks at me and I can't quite place it, but there's something about his expression. It's like a cat staring at you with sad eyes when you deny it a trick. A kind of silent plea, but one that doesn't ask for anything directly. I'm fine. I'll manage to push through it, he responds, his voice too soft, too determined. I don't know why, but his voice makes my blood boil. No, I snap, stepping closer, anger bubbling up. You need to rest. Stop being so foolish. I take another step, closing the gap between us. Right now, I'm speaking to my best friend, not the prince. The formalities fade away, and I'm just frustrated. You've been acting so foolish lately. The words keep coming, each one heavier than the last, and with each step closer, the anger rises in me. But he doesn't back away. He stands there, waiting for me to vent, to let it all out. It's like he wants this, even needs this. Why are you behaving so strangely? I demanded. Ever since that guest came back, you've been different. What happened to you? Finally, I'm standing right in front of him, my heart racing, and for a moment I forget the rules. Forget that we're in a place where anyone can walk in. Forget that I'm supposed to keep my distance. I just need to say it to make him understand. Oh, sorry. I got confused there by the sentence. I just need to say it to make him understand. He doesn't say a word, but then, almost unexpectedly, he leans his head against my shoulder, as if he can't stand the weight of the world on his own. He stays silent for a moment, but his body shakes with something deeper. I was so worried, he finally mutters, his voice breaking. I was so worried he would take you away from me. He drops to the floor, his legs giving out beneath him. His arm moves to wipe the tears, but they keep falling. I watch him, helpless, my own heart aching at the sight. Bill, my voice catches in my throat. What are you talking about? I whisper, panic rising in my chest. Seeing him like this makes my heart ache in a way I wasn't prepared for. Without thinking, I kneel in front of him, my hand reaching for his tear-streaked face. His cheeks are flustered, his hair messy from the chaos of his emotions. I gently brush stray strands away, my fingers trembling as they graze his skin. His eyes met mine, red, watery, and lost, but most of all scared. There's been an emptiness in them that I can't ignore, and in that moment, something shifts in me. I don't know why I do it or why it feels like this is the only thing that matters, but before I could stop myself, I leaned closer, letting the temptation take over me. All the worries quiet down for a mere second. The world fades around us, and for the briefest moment, forget everything else. My lips are pressed against his. I'm still here, aren't I? I whisper, softly in his ear, my voice barely audible, trembling. I can feel the heat rising on my face. A blush spreading across my skin. But I can't pull away, not when he needs me close, not when I need him close. As we stay frozen for a moment, rain starts to drop. Rain start to drip. We both turn our faces to the open green field. It seems like fate has decided for me today as well, Bill says, a faint smile playing on his lips, his tone lighter, almost as if he is accepting something beyond his control. I pull myself away, standing up, then extend my hand to him. He takes it, his fingers lingering for a moment longer than they should, as he rises to his feet. It seems so, my prince, I reply, letting the formal title slip back into my voice as naturally as breathing. The moment is over. The rain is our unspoken signal. The familiar formality returns, a reminder that no matter what we shared, I am bound to my duty, and he understands. Together, we look out at the rain-soaked field, knowing that for now, this has to be enough. He started to lead the way, knowing that by my duty I have to follow. We're walking beneath the grand colonnade? I'm not sure. The tower one columns, covered in veins, stretching along the pathway towards the royal garden. Arched beams words are hard. Arched beams intricately carved and decorated support I'll read that again. Art beams intricately carved and decorated support a domed ceiling overhead, sheltering us from the rain while still letting in the natural grayish light as we walk. The sound of rain slightly patters on the stonework above, adding an intimate hush to our step. He opens the glass doors, waiting for me to walk in first. I refuse as protocol is approaching this checkpoint very soon. I refuse as patrol is approaching this checkpoint very soon. He grabs my hand, pulling me in after himself. How about in here? He guides us to the locked door inside the garden, placing his hand on it, allowing it to confirm that the prince wishes to enter the room it protects. As the door slowly opened, a big ornate pool reflects light from the glass dome above, causing the room to look gray yet calm. Huge arched beams match the design of the ones outside. In the colonnade are placed on the edge of the pool's frame. Greenery comes out of each beam base, making the wide room feel more alive. You could enter the pool from any side, look up at the glass dome, and see the beautiful weather. This place is beautiful. As I step into the room, the door closes behind me, making the room much more intimate now. The prince makes his way to one of the benches on the other side of the room, laying down. I'm unsure what to do. Every time I get closer to him, I keep losing my composure. As I stand by the pool's edge, I can feel my heart racing, the quiet intimacy of this place pressing in on me. I glance over to him, stretched across the bench. Okay, sorry. I glanced over at him, stretched across the bench, completely at ease. Well, I feel anything but ease lately. The soft light from above glints off the water, casting gentle reflection on his face, highlighting the quiet strength in his gaze as he watches me. Should I join him? Should I stay standing? Every step closer seems what every step closer seems to chip away the walls I've tried so hard to keep intact. Each glance feeling like a silent invocation. He gives in, covering his face with his hand, shielding his eyes from the light as a blush rises on his cheeks. Come here, he murmurs, as the words soft yet carrying the weight I can't ignore. I can't tell if he's requesting, ordering, or simply letting slip what's on his mind. I hesitate, my sense of duty pulling me back, but soon I feel my resolve slipping. For once, I allow myself to act on my own selfish feelings. I walk up to the bench where he's lying, each step uncertain. He sits briefly, patting the spot where his head had rested just a moment before, wordlessly inviting me to sit. I hesitate, but eventually settle where he indicates, and he lies back down, resting his head on my thighs. I hold my breath, unsure what to do next, until he gently takes my hand, guiding it to his face, shielding himself from the light. His cheek rests warm against my palm, and I feel his steady breath beneath my fingers. I let my hand stay, my resolve softening as I accepted this quiet closeness. Oh wait, my hand went numb. I'm uncertain why, but my other hand guides itself to his hair. My fingers weaving gently through the soft strands. I find myself idly messing with it as he rests, lulled by the peaceful sounds around us, the faint trickle of water, the muted sounds of birds of the garden beyond. For a few minutes, I let myself be still, feeling an unfamiliar sense of calm settle over me. The minute drift by in a quiet, easy rhythm. The light filtering through the glass dome above softens as clouds gather and shift outside, casting faint patterns that dance across the pool and glimmer faintly on the stone floor. Each breath I hear from him slows, drawing me into its calm, and without noticing, I match his pace, feeling time smooth out. His head grows heavier against my thigh. His breathing deepens. Occasionally, he stirs slightly, the warmth of his cheek pressing into my palm as though searching for my reassurance. My fingers continue their gentle path through his hair, following an absent rhythm that began to feel as natural as breathing. An hour slips by. Oh my god, sorry. My hand. An hour slips by like this, cloaked in silence and the faint distant patter of rain on glass. The world beyond fades, leaving only the tranquil sounds around us. It feels like we're suspended in time, each sound leaving behind the murmur of responsibilities, the worries, if only for this brief hidden hour. Eventually, the prince stares, blinking awake, reluctant to fully return from sleep. Do you feel a little better? I ask, my voice soft, unfamiliar even to my own ears. He shifts his body, turning to face me, a tired vulnerability in his gaze. I'm unsure. His voice is quiet, weighted down. He closes his eyes, not to sleep, but as if trying to ground himself. I keep seeing Sombra in my dreams, he admits, the tension in his body telling me there's something more he's not saying. I keep stroking his hair, hoping that simple motion might ease whatever burden he's carrying. Who is Sombra? I ask gently. His eyes open widely, surprised by my question. He sits up a bit, his posture tense, unsure on how to begin. He is the ruler of Velaroth, he says, with a hint of disdain. Some even deem him a king. His gaze meets mine. He's the one who came here mere days ago. As the prince, oh my God, as the prince finishes his sentence, a connection happens in my mind as I remember the guest's last words to me. In my own flesh and blood. He is your father. For a moment, I didn't know how to. For a moment, I couldn't find the right action. What do I say? How am I supposed to react? The prince now sitting facing me, waiting for me to digest the news before I continue. I turned my head to him, eyes slightly widened, unsure what else I can do right now. I just listen. The king inviting. Oh my God. The king invited him over to discuss the ongoing crossing from the border with Share. Although their land is located much, much further, it seems like a lot of his subjects are crossing the border to hunt our people. He stops, thinking for a moment before continuing. I wasn't thrilled to face him again. My memories of him are unfond, he admits. But when father requested your presence last minute, I knew there had to be more to that meeting. He places his hand on mine. I was sure he would try to take you back, and when your memories were returned to you, I thought you would hate me. His grip tightened on my hand. Okay. The fear and uncertainty in his eyes pulling at my heart. I glanced at his worried face, not sure of what to make of not sure of what to make of all of this. What memories is all I can manage to form out loud. His face reflects confusion, uncertainty. He opens his mouth to speak, but before he could say anything more, we both receive a summons to the king's room. Oh, wait, sorry. We both receive a summons to the king's study room, called by the king himself. Hello, welcome. That was the end of chapter 2. Oh, those first chapters are not written well. The new chapters are so much better. I need to go enjoy the story, guys. Ah, okay. Bye, Crystal. Yeah, that was the second chapter. So, again, trying to... No, any questions, by the way? I keep, like, trying to explain myself because I do that a lot. It was good. Good. I'm glad you fixed that. The next chapters, first of all, so far the story only gets better in my opinion because the writing eventually gets better, but also just like the story. Because right now I'm just trying to like make you root for the prince and her, right? For Bill and Soul, but. Oh wait, actually, I just remembered. I did draw one of the scenes I just read. Let me get it. It was a sketch, just FYI, but I think it would be fair to show so you guys can kind of see my imagination-ish on it. Image. Okay, let me go find it. 1 sec. Was it? No, I think it was in the old. No, not here. Where did I save it? Jesus. No. Oh, did it go to here? Here? Wait, where is it? I'm so confused. Where did I save? Let me. Oh wait, maybe sketches. Nope. Oh my god, this is so irresponsible. My files are not organized. Let me just. You know what? I'll open the program, the drawing program that I drew this on. One sec. Open. Let's see where I put this at. So we said not here, maybe here. Oh, I have a lot more stuff now showing on. That's fine. Here we go. Found it. Okay, let me export it as a PNG. Export PNG, and I'll export it into the folder I found it at. Okay, wait. That's fine. Here, now I should be able to find it. Here we go. Oh, that's one sec. Transform and stretch the screen. Here we go. So that's the drawing. That's the scene of him like breaking down pretty much. So that's them. Yeah, and that's like, so I don't know how good I described this, but this is like a kind of a small little corridor this happened in, right? So it wasn't just like in a blink like access to everyone corridor. I think that's also important to like mention. But that was like the scene from this. Looks amazing. Thank you. Do you guys even want to see those scenes themselves, like the characters that we're reading about? Because they have references. Not like one of them has good reference, has the other one semi good reference. But yeah, they both also have references. Amazing. I guess I do rely a lot on people knowing how the characters look, because I really just fail to describe them a lot of the time. It was good, yeah, building it. Wait, I need to catch up with chat. Forgot how. This is kind of never possible leading towards another dimension, huh? What are those questions? Guys. Yeah. Oof, she was bad along. Where did you guys go? We're here. Why do you stop typing the moment I ask that? I don't know, it opens you to another dimension. Oh wow. Let's see here. Sorry. I wonder if you can send gifts on YouTube Plays. What would you send them? To form TPOT? What is that? I don't know what's that, but I'll search just for a second. Yeah, like what was that? What is that? What's a scary fact in Minecraft? Scammers stole 16 million, damn. Guys, not again, but what? Nothing. I'm just kidding. Oh, okay. English is hard, yeah. I use a lot of hard words because I'm illiterate. So I want to sound smart, and then I don't know how to read them. Hello, I'm just chilling, working on a project with my friend. What about you? We are reading a story that I wrote. Like, I'm writing, technically. I'm still in the process of writing, but we're reading the older chapters. So they're really bad, but they're important for the story. So I need to rewrite them. I need to rework on them. But yeah, we just finished chapter 2. We're gonna maybe go through chapter 3. I'm not sure. There's a lot of going on in the few starting chapters. So you're an author? No, I'm not a professional writer. I'm an artist, right? I draw. I have those original characters of mine. So I draw them and they have their story, and I was brewing the story for like 7 years in my head, and I recently started to like write it recently, like a year ago. You just finished the second chapter? Yeah. Just finished reading the second chapter. I have like 300 chapters written down, so yeah, that's that. Not pro yet. Yeah, not pro. I maybe one day I'll publish them. Like I want to. I just don't have the funds, so you know, it is what it is. So it's like a lore for the characters or a story based on your characters. That's both. It's their lore and it's their story. Like it's both the character's lore and it's both a story based on them. It's just telling their story, I guess. Yeah, I know it's just that. But yeah, the chapters, the more recent ones are better in my opinion. But the older ones, the ones that I'm reading now, it's a bit hard because I was still unsure on how I want to write. So you want to publish them one day? Yeah, one day. I hope. I already have a cover designed that I made myself, and stuff like that, right? So yeah, that's a little backstory. But does anyone have question, by the way, to the chapter, like so far about the characters or anything like that? Do you want me to show you the references of them so you know how they look? So how many chapters would there be in total? Well, right now we have 343 that I'm like to current date. I have not yet finished writing the story. So I don't know how many chapters. References are cool. Okay, let me get them. So we'll start with Bill because his reference is more polished. Oh, here we go. So sure, let's go with the close-up. So this is his like front view. he's a boyo, and this is actually his so that's how he looks. His eyes, by the way, that's something that I also failed to mention a lot in the start. His eyes behave like a cat. So he will have them like either growing like the pupils, or he will have them like in a line if he's angry or something, right? So that's also something that I kind of failed to mention. Also, he has the spell book that you can see, and also a version with like his more royal kind of cape that he has too. So like that's him. Yeah, that's why also she calls him Kitty on the first chapter. Or like she doesn't verbally refer to him as that, but like not yet at least. Well, actually no, she refers to him like that. That's why he has the nickname. But she calls him that because of his eyes, because that's what it reminded her of. Kitty, yeah. So that's a bit of a lore drop, like also explanation on that cringy line that I had to read before. So that's Bill. And let me get Soul. So I'll just replace the image. So Soul doesn't have as much of a polished, I want to say, reference. She just has this. So this is Soul. This is her like her armor and her hair. Her hair, specifically hair and eyes, are very important. Oh my god. I need to. Oh my god. I really need to get like her eyes in the frame. Okay, so her hair and eyes. Oh my god, you can't see it. It's so bad. It's so hard to zoom in. So her hair and her eyes have a purple soul, by the way. Oh my god, oh my god, okay, SOUL. Sorry. English is not my first language. I apologize. But anyways, her thing is that her purple, that's a motif that will be called out a lot. The purple in her hair and the one in her eyes. That is quite unusual. So that's a little like hinted lore, I guess. Hinted the world. fit the screen. Great, so I can snatch it now. Great. So that's that, and she also has the wings. So she can summon them and she can just unsummon them, right? Like hide them, because she's a magical creature. So just like keep that in mind too. She doesn't have them out all the time, only when she needs them. Teehee. So you had complete 2 chapters so far, but you draft about chapter. No, okay. So what I meant is that right now I've decided to read out the chapters because people said it's easier for them like that. So I'm reading the chapters, but they're not. Again, I'm going over them now with you guys, and I realized that they need like revision. They need to be reworked on. So just keep everything as draft right now, I guess. Like at least the new, like the older stuff that I'm reading right now would be count as draft because it needs to be reworked on. I am noticing a lot of stuff, and I wasn't necessarily sure about how to describe the world and stuff like that when I started. You know, I have more experience in it, so yeah, that is something to keep in mind. Draft, yeah. Do you feel the universe shattering? No, I do not. They look amazing. Thank you. Things are shattering all the time, I guess. Yeah. Every day there's a plate getting broken. Yeah. Now you can go back and work on it. It's good. Yeah. So you feel death coming? No, I don't feel death coming. I mean, technically everyone does, right? I mean, it's a part of life. They look cool and cute. Not gonna lie. I have. Oh my god! Wait, fine. If you already need me showing them off, let me show you a drawing I did of them. I have to keep this on. When did I have? I have a few of them. I have this little meme, right? Like that was popular recently. So that's that. I tried at least. And then let me. I had a whole ass different really cute drawing. I think that's in the other folder actually. Let's see. No, I don't think I have. Wait, I need to open the program again. I think this one was made in Photoshop though. What kind of art can you do yourself? I can do. Oh my god. I have this drawing, also a frame of the story, much further in the story. Let me get it. So, which version did I end up choosing? Fine, we'll do this one. But I had this drawing, right, made kind of recently. I drew this one recently. Of course, this is Soul, and you can see Bill in the background. And you can also see other characters that have not been introduced and will not be introduced until like much later. But yeah, you can like that is like something that happens. Or like this frame specifically didn't happen, but I guess you can imagine something that happening during that kind of arc, right? Wait, I'm trying to get no. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Open. What was it? What did I name it? Oh my god, not me with the just smashing my keyboard names. Where is this? Wait, didn't I think I did end up. No, I didn't. What the fuck? What is this? You wanna feel like reality and scratch weird core. Search weird core. Oh, okay. Smile every day. Oh, that's a sketch that oh, that's a really good sketch actually. I never finished it though. Not what I'm looking for though. Wait. I have so many files that are just randomly named. This is hell. Why do I do this to myself? I really need to go over this. The pain of oh, that's that's a cute one too. God damn it. Oh wait, I can also show this one too, because this one is also really cute. There's also them. Mm-hmm. I was thinking of making this one a charm, or like giving people a file so they can make a charm. Like I'll sell the file and they can just go and order themselves a charm. I think that will be cheaper than buying a charm directly. But god damn it, there was this one sketch. It was so cute. I loved it so much. That's I think what I just showed. Yeah, by the time it loads, I think it does. I wanted give. No, no, I can't open. What about the other? This one? No, that's just. Oh my god, I have too many files. Literally, just too many files. That's this. That's that. That's that. Maybe this one? No. Oh my god. No. This one? My god, I really need to rename those files. Nope. Where did I have it then? Was it in the other? What the fuck? Because I remember it being a Photoshop thing. Like I definitely drew this on Photoshop. But the question is, how did I name the goddamn file? I mean, I could just go in Discord, I guess, and find them instead. But it was honestly like, what the fuck? It was so cute. Where did I leave it? So Photoshop doesn't have like a good preview. I just see stupid Photoshop instead of what actually matters. Oh, this is actually kind of annoying. Did I put it in here maybe? OCs, no. Practice. Oh, no, Greg. What? I just. You want to see it as a charm? Maybe one day. Maybe one day it get adapted into a charm. No, that's also not it. God damn it. I'm actually kind of frustrated right now. How do I not have it? Because what the fuck? Actually kind of frustrating. Just like view all files. Wait, maybe I can. Oh no, that's just showing me files on Photoshop. It was actually like so cute too. No, what did I miss? We went over 2 chapters, I think, right? We haven't started the 3rd because I'm now stuck on trying to open, or like not open, but find an art that I've made of them that I can't find for some goddamn reason right now. No, that's no. Did I put him in gifts? I mean, it wouldn't make sense if I put it in gifts. It wasn't a gift. It's not here. Also not here. Was it in? No. Oh, this is actually kind of annoying. It's such a normal name. Okay. So if you don't mind me asking, how about we connect on any social, whether you feel comfortable and discuss more over there? You can join the Discord server. Yeah, just join the Discord server. There's even like a tab literally for yapping about the story. like a whole category that I made. There's the link to the Wattpad, to the published chapters. Again, I need to go over them and re-edit a lot of the first ones, so don't be too mean. But yeah. Oh wait, did I find it? Let's see. I found it. Let's go. Okay. Let me export as PNG. Oh, they're cutie patooties. Here, comic, and in here. That's fine. At least I know where to find it now. Art. Here we go. That's the art. It's only black and white, so like, you know, but yeah, that's something that I drew of them. That's technically, if we're talking timeline, that's before the chapters that I've read right now. So like it's much like, yeah, not much, but was when they were much younger than what we're reading now. So they weren't a couple, or like they didn't have anything technically intimate. Sorry, it took me so long to find this one fucking drawing, and then I immediately like take it out. Okay. Are we feeling like another chapter? Is this enough of a stream? I think I have an enemy for like one more. I don't want to join soon. Oh, okay. You can message me on Twitter. Yeah, I think Twitter also. Though, you know, the DMs are a bit funky, but you can message me on Twitter. I don't care. Look lovely. Yes. Is it easy to draw nonagon? What is that? What is... I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. You have to. I just got here. You have to. Oh, I have to read. Okay. The whip. Mark's pulling out the whip. Yeah, okay. So if you know... Okay, I read that. Having a dot inside your name. Who has a dot inside their name? Dude, Oh, what? How am I supposed to know that? Huh? Dropped your Twitter and Discord in chat so we could connect over there. Do I not have it linked? I don't. Damn. One sec. I'll just send my link so you can. This and then. Oh, do I? Okay. Here we go. I have proof. Reddit. Look carefully at the ad. Virus. It's not a virus, Marks. Motherfucker. Wait, I don't. I'm so confused. Anyways, that's my teehee. That's my little link. Tomo, why you sent virus? I didn't send virus. Hello? Listen, my computer said it was a sus link. Your computer is sus. If your computer detects Twitter as sus, that's a different problem. I have post assets of myself on my Reddit posts. I don't use Reddit. I'm sorry. I'm not a Redditor. How am I supposed to know that? My bad. Like I'm sorry, but like how am I supposed to know that? Up in the Twitch chat also. Oh right. Sorry. I forgot I'm multi-streaming. I know, professional streamer over here. Twitch, going to my channel, muting the damn tab. Ew, my voice. Here you go. You can have it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Also, we will stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I probably just make like little assets, like normal glasses for me, Litomo. And maybe a book too. Discord too. How do I link? Well, I can just give you my user. It's literally just Tomo. Twitch, mute. Go to my channel, jump link, skedaddle. There you go. You can have it. Where was I? What did I have? I searched just Tomo, but found nothing. Oh my god, Marks, I swear to fucking god. God fucking do it. Okay. Last stream. Okay. Are we ready for another one? Are we willing for another another chapter? Man. Let me adjust my glasses real quick. Yeah, okay. Let me also adjust the mic so I can burp in your ears. Wait. Oh, why is my mic sliding? Is that fine? I think it is. No? Oh, wait. Why did I have to move it? Okay, I think that's fine, right? Okay. No, don't what? Streaming anything else? Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube right now too. YouTube is my main thing. And then I think on Kick too. I think my Kick is also connected. Cause why the fuck not? If multi-stream, then multi-stream to the goddamn Android. Who cares? Someone really just said, let me adjust my glasses. I really did, okay? Hey, hello. Hello. Okay. Getting... My god, my blinking. I blink like an idiot, I'm sorry. Why do I have so many apps open too? That's fine. I need this one. Why do I have this open twice? And that's okay. Okay. Are we ready? Chapter 3. Okay. So oh my god. I lose like my moment, right? My zone. I get out of the zone. And you can and I like starting to read again like feels so cringe. Anyways. The chill chapter. Oh, I don't remember so much what happens in like so many of them. I used to like be so on point of what happened in the starting chapters, but there's so many now. I honestly forget. Okay. Oh wait, I don't wanna. Okay, is it fine? I think that's fine. Maybe like this. Maybe okay. Chapter 3. Getting ready for a new step. It's 9, guys. It's 9. Okay. Oh, sorry. Chapter 3. Getting ready for a new step. We hurried to the king's study room. A heavy silence hanging between us. Neither of us spoke. The tension was palpable. Oh my god. I don't know how to say that word. Palpable. Okay. The tension was palpable. As we approached the door, I caught a glance from the prince. His eyes screamed with an unspoken urgency, as though he wanted to say something, to confess something he'd been keeping hidden, but he didn't. Not now, not yet. The king never summons us this early in the morning. He usually calls for me alone, allowing the prince to focus on his studies, free from such interruptions. To be summoned together so abruptly sent chills of unease through both of us. We were both on edge, wondering what this unexpected summons could mean. There is no need for such concern, the king said, his voice calm as I hurried to open the door. We held up Oh my god, sorry. He held up 2 letters, their contents weighing heavily on both of us. I received correspondence from the arcane oh my god, Vanguard Academy. The king continued, his eyes scanning the first letter with measured deliberation. His oh my god, his countenance is oh my god, words. His countenance remained as stoic as ever, and his gaze betrayed no emotion as he read. The only sound in the room was the rustle of parchment as he placed the first letter aside and proceeded to the second, the silence gowning heavy with each passing moment. Tension in the room grew thick and heavy, as if we stood before the court, as if we stood before a court, awaiting judgment. It felt as though the fate of our futures rested entirely in the king's hands, and we, like mere petitioners, awaited his verdict. The Arcane Vanguard Academy was no ordinary institution. It accepted only those of exceptional academic and physical caliber. Nearly all of them royal bloodlines accomplished by their guardians. Admission was rare and restrictive. Age was paramount as well. The academy accepted only those of 18 years and older. The prince has recently turned 18, ensuring his eligibility before the academic years start. I, on the other hand, had just turned 16 a few months prior, when I was ordered to accompany the prince to the academy. Oh my god! When I was ordered to accompany the prince to the academy, why am I saying it so wrong? To the academy, my acceptance was far from certain. I had to stand before the academy's administration to prove myself. There was written, mental, and physical examination, all meticulously designed to test my worthiness, and I had spent endless days and nights in preparation. Despite my efforts, I had no assurance they'd find me acceptable. My age alone was a mark against me. The king looked up from the letters, his gaze still impassive. "Well done," he finally announced, his voice deep and steady. "It appears you both have been deemed acceptable by the administration." I finally allowed myself a quiet exhale, carefully concealing the surge of relief I felt within. The prince, however, was far less reserved, letting out a loud, relaxed sigh. His posture shifted as His posture shifted as a relieved laugh escaped him. "That's wonderful." His joyful voice filled the room, warm and unrestricted. The king's expression softened with a hint of amusement, clearly pleased by our acceptance into the academy. Though it was disdained, the Arcane Vanguard Academy offered opportunities beyond measure, which is why the king had always urged the prince towards diligent study and preparation. "It is indeed a great achievement," the king replied. "Perhaps now it is time for breakfast, my son." With that, he rose from his desk and headed for the door, approaching where I stood. I quickly stepped forward, opening the door for him and offering a slight bow. As I passed, he paused before me. "Regarding your studies," he intoned, his voice carrying an air of gentle exasperation, "you should reflect upon the path you wish to pursue, whether royal training or guardianship." With that, we continued onwards. The prince closed behind, leaving me be as they disappeared down the hall. As I closed the door to the king's study room, his words stayed in my mind. Royal training? Why? Why would he suggest that for me? The thought lingered as I wandered to the kitchen, half hoping for a quick snack to clear my mind. Just then, a sharp knock on the kitchen island snapped me out of my reverie. Oh my god. Reverie. Reverie, I guess. We don't usually allow girls in the kitchen. William whipped, his tone dripping with mockery. I glanced up, mildly irritated as I shut the fridge door, though I didn't even recall opening it. Also, a side note, if you like hear technology stuff that is too modern, just like use a little imagination. Like fridge can be just like I don't know, like an ice cube or like a thing built of stone that is like enchanted to be constantly cold inside. So like just keep that in mind. I'll rework this later, but just don't let it I guess startle you too much. Cut it out, I muttered, not hiding my annoyance, but he just grinned, clearly enjoying himself. So, are you a royal? He pressed, a playful yet pointed look in his eyes. I didn't answer, brushing past him as I scanned the lower cabinets for something quick to eat, but William didn't let up. Stepping closer, a smirk on his face. Is that a yes? He prodded, hovering right behind me. I straightened empty-handed and met his gaze. No, it's not. I placed a firm hand on his chest, gently pushing him back, hoping he'd drop the subject. A royal cook in a royal kitchen is still no food anywhere. What a shame, I taunted, a teasing smirk of my own forming. William's grin grew wider. Well, my job was to prepare food for the king and the prince. No one mentioned anything about a princess. Turning his back on me, he moved towards the ingredients cabinet, daring me to respond. I couldn't resist grabbing a handful of flour from the bag beside him. I threw it squarely in his face. There you go, plenty of flour now. I let out a gentle smile as he wiped his face, his amusement clear. You know, if you're going to make a mess, you might as well help clean it up. He chuckled, inviting me to help prepare a quick meal. I joined him, and soon we had a simple breakfast ready. After tidying up the counter, we set our plates on the kitchen island and sat down to eat. Could you grab some extra ingredients for tomorrow? William asked between bites, his mouth full of scrambled eggs. Sure, I said, taking a bite of my salad. He got up to retrieve a list, handing it to me as he explained. The supplier mixed up our orders, so ours will be delayed for another 2 days. We've got enough for today, but if you couldn't get those by tomorrow before breakfast, but if you could get those by tomorrow before breakfast, I'd be so grateful, he said. He said the last part with a hint of sarcasm, which I ignored, focusing instead on finishing my food. The kitchen was quiet, a welcome break from the formalities and responsibilities waiting beyond its doors. It was a small comfort, one I knew would vanish the second I turned to the prince. One I knew would vanish the moment I returned to the prince. I finished the last bite of my meal, got up, and moved to the sink to wash my plate. I barely reached for the sponge before noticing William standing behind me, too close, as though he wanted to say something he hadn't yet voiced. So you're really not royalty, right? He asked, his tone low but probing, his hand setting the sponge beside mine. His breaths were steady but oddly weighted, as if my answer mattered more than I could guess. Why? I replied firmly, turning to face him. The question hung in the air between us, tension tightening around it, but before I could answer, someone at the door cleared their throat. Your owner has arrived, he murmured, with a final teasing smile, his voice dropping with mockery at the last time as he backed off to the other side of the room, turning his back to me, glazing or glaring at Bill's way. I think maybe I would assume glaring, but whatever. I quickly placed my plane on the drying rack, wiping my hands on the towel as I turned to the prince. Without a word, I made my way toward him, the moment with William already slipping into memory. Bill's pace is unusually fast, his movement sharp and frustrated as if each step fueled by a dozen swirling thoughts. I try to catch up, but each time he loses himself in his own mind, he speeds up, slipping further away. Hey, I call out, my own irritation surfacing. He stopped abruptly, his face tingled with embarrassment as he glanced back at me. What's gotten into you? I asked, my frustration apparent. He breaks eye contact, turning to face the wall, so visibly struggling to collect himself or phrase or perhaps push something down. Finally, he signs, condoning oh my god. Conciding to what's been gawing at him. I got jealous, he murmured. Sorry, I'm not good at voice acting. He mumbled so softly I almost missed it. Of William? My irritation melts into confusion. He nods, barely glancing at me. It's just the way he looks at you, the way he was close to you. His hand clenched into a fist. It made me so angry. I placed a hand on his shoulder, my tone softening. I'm sorry, I say, hoping to reassure him. Gently, I touch his face, guiding his gaze to meet mine. You have nothing to be jealous of, Bill. His eyes flickered with doubt. I know, he admits, sheepishly, but my mind doesn't accept it. I let him take a moment, watching his expression shift as he battles with his thoughts. Then he grabs my hands, his grip warm and steady. I trust you, he says sincerely. I want you to know that. I know you do, Bill, I reply as a faint brush rises on his cheeks. And if he tries anything, I'll put him in his place. His name slips. Wait, what? What? Huh? Sorry. I need to read it better. I know you do, Bill, I reply as a faint blush rises on his cheek. And if he tries anything, I'll put him in his place. His name slips to my words before I realize it, forgetting once again the formalities we're supposed to uphold in such an open place. A small smile creeps into his face, as usual, his usual confidence starting to return. On another note, he says, his voice brightening, Father gave me a list of books and supplies we'll need for the academy. He unfolds a neatly folded piece of paper, holding it out to me. You're more familiar with the town, so I thought maybe we could go together. His cheeks are tingled with a blush once again as I reach out to take the list. If that's what you wish for, my prince, I say with a small smile. He hesitates, looking down, then adds quietly, I meant as a date. I felt a warmth spread across my face, turning my gaze from his innocent expression. His words fill me with happiness. With happiness I hadn't expected. A small, welcoming spark of joy amid the day's chaos. I was heading to town anyway. I was heading to town anyway, I replied, trying to keep my tone steady through warmth. The warmth rises to my cheek. Oh, what? God damn it, works. Then I shall accompany you, my prince, as your date. My voice faltered slightly, each word becoming softer and higher, despite my best efforts to sound composed. He pauses, a faint smile touching his lips as he leans in closer. I'll meet you at the gates, he whispers, brushing a gentle kiss against my cheek. The warmth lingers as he pulls back, his eyes lingering for just a heartbeat before he slips away, leaving me standing there, heartbeat quickening as he disappears toward his chambers. I stand frozen for a few moments, waiting for my face to cool before daring another step. Only after steadying my heartbeat and cooling the warmth in my cheeks, oh my god, cooling the warmth on my cheeks, I guess, do I take a deep breath, pulling myself back together. A posture straightening to its usual disciplined stance. Once in my room, I switch on the light and scan around, ensuring everything remains as it was. With my helmet still missing, I add a reminder on Will's list to stop by the armory for a new one. They should have my measure on file. I don't own much civilian clothing. Even on trips to town, my attire is simple: black shirt, long black tights, and a cloak that conceals most of me. Finding something appropriate for a date with the prince provides to be a challenge. As I dig through my closet, the sound of running bathwater fills the room, magic drawing the hot water for me. Eventually, I settled on a black chemise undergarment shirt paired with high raised pants in a matching shade, with a double wrap belt for my sword. I lay the outfit in a bed and head towards the bath. The warm water envelops me as I sink into the oversized tub, and the quiet side escapes. The heat seems to seep into me, losing the tension in my shoulders. But even here, alone, his image lingers, his touch and his warmth were suffering unbidden. I keep reliving the way his hand brushed my cheek, the look on his eyes. "Stop it," I murmured out loud, feeling my face redden again. I can't be thinking those things. I plunged my face under the water, as if trying to wash away the thoughts, but they only come back stronger, filling my mind. "What am I doing?" I murmured softly to myself. "He's the prince. He deserves someone his equal, not me." My knees got closer to my chest as I used them to rest my head. The realization settles like a weight on my chest. No matter what feelings I harbor, I am his guardian, bound to duty. I can't afford to give in to fantasies, especially not while the king rules. I think realizing that he will never approve of a friendship. I think realizing that he will never approve of a relationship beyond our roles, guardian and prince, is what we have to be. I find sadness is washing over me as I realize that all I'm doing here is letting my hopes up, knowing that they will be crushed as soon as the king finds out. A flicker of hope tries to emerge, and I cling to it for a moment. But maybe if we're careful, a small part of me dares to dream, to imagine a future where we could be together. I get lost in my thoughts about Bill, the friend he's become despite the boundaries. He always managed to slip past the walls I've built, coaxing me to let him closer, understanding me in a way a few others do. Even as I try to push him away, he knows how to pull me back. I am reminded of his words, the memory echoing, "He is your father." Perhaps that's why the king wants me to take a royal training. It's true, some sort of royal blood is running in me, but from a feared lineage, one I've never asked or wanted. All I ever want is to stand by Bill, to keep him safe, to make sure he never hurts as he did before. Even if that means watching him find happiness with someone else by his side, just as long as I get to be there with him. I shake myself from the maze of thoughts, remembering I still have to meet the prince at the gates. I washed quickly, drying myself before pulling on the outfit I'd set aside as I fastened my belt. I make a quiet vow to myself. I'll let fate decide this one. For him, I will risk it. And that's the end of the chapter. No chance, no way. No chance, no way. I would say it. No, no. The part in the Discord verse, let's go. Really? Yeah, the Discord does not get uploaded as much. Like the Discord is really hard to upload when I did. What do you write? What genre? I don't know. This is like fantasy romance, and action. There's a few action. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's really annoying to edit Discord messages, especially when they're this long. Oh yeah. Man, those chapters are. How do I? Oh wait, 300. Okay, so some chapters. Okay, so the first two were longer. This one was shorter. The next one is about the same length of the other two. It's okay. I would possibly meet it on Wattpad now. Yeah, I stopped uploading it on the Discord server. So yeah, the Discord server is outdated. That is that. So that's the third chapter. I mean, we got much further than I expected. Honestly, I was like, oh, maybe we'll do like chapter or two. I mean, I could technically I could do another one, but that depends if people want to. I mean, you did well, thank you. I did mess up on words, but I'm not a professional voice actor storyteller. I'm just doing my best. I could definitely like try to voice act, but I don't want to. I don't want to like go through that cringy feeling. It's okay. What do you mean? Man. Can you do animation or not? Oh, so sorry. I'm only now repeating the chat. Kinda. I kinda can animate. Not the best, but I can. Check your YouTube notification, huh? Here, just draw it. How? Open link in your tab. Let's see. What? I'm so confused. Draw what? Draw the image that was sent? Oh, the children. It's 9. You did it. I have mentioned you in my newest post. Draw it. I don't have to draw anything. First of all. I can do it. Hi. Oh, hello. Sorry. I didn't give you attention, Rad. I don't think that person is here anymore. Yeah, that's fair enough. Let's see. What do I'm still reading. Can you animate? I have no idea who you. Don't worry, you're doing well, Tomo man. When I think of the prince, is also a nerd. The thing is that I really wanted, I still want to make their relationship awkward at the start, because that's the thing. It's awkward. They're taking a step that they don't know how to take, right? It's supposed to be awkward, and I think it really fits the awkwardness and stuff like that. I mean, they're comfortable around each other, but when you take a step like that with someone who was a friend, it's like it's always awkward. Wait. Make it make sense, yeah. Gotta go. Come see you around. Oh, okay. Sorry, that person. Yeah, they left Twitch chat because they went to make food. I don't have Twitch chat displayed. That's a problem. Anyways, should we do another chapter? Chapter 4. I really like chapter 4. I think it has a really good like cute scene. I think it's here, right? I think there's some cute scenes in here. Why not? Yeah, one sec. Let me drink. Okay. Wait, I'm getting adjusted. Okay. Stop. I don't know if this one. I think it's like next one. Yeah, so chapter 4. Wait, can you I keep adjusting the mic for some reason and like it's really bad because I'm trying to make it like comfortable to also like yap closer to it. Okay. Chapter 4. Our trip to town. I arrived at the gates much earlier than the prince. Part of me is glad it gives me time to check on the guards, ensuring they have everything they need before I leave. Yet, it also leaves me alone with my thoughts. Too much time for worries to creep in. Leaning against the towering bricks, I lose myself in the tingle of concern and doubt spinning in my mind. Hey, his voice, soft and a little wary, pulls me back to reality. It leads to something else, something that makes my heart skip. Amazement. I turn to face him, and for a moment, we simply look at each other. His exhaustion is plain in the sight. Huh? On the slide droop. Okay. His exhaustion is plain in the slight droop of his shoulders and the faint shadows under his eyes. But his expression, it's as though he's seeing me for the first time. I almost never wear anything but armor. Even during special occasions, I have some ceremonial armor made by the king's orders. It occurs to me that now that in all of those years, the prince has never seen me wear something casual. He blinks, as though struggling to find words. Then, without thinking, he speaks. Beautiful. The word hangs in the air, and I feel my face heat instantly. His gaze doesn't waver, and the sincerity in his voice is undeniable. Pushing myself off the wall, I turn sharply towards the path to town. My heart racing, he's quick to catch up. His steps light and joyful, a smile lighting up his face. It's true, he says, his voice beaming with warmth. You are beautiful, my lady. The phrase stops me in my tracks. The way he says, my lady. It's genuine. It's so gentle, yet confident. Sends a jolt through me. My face feels impossibly warmer, and before I can think, my hand moves. I grab the hood of his black cloak, tugging it closer over his face. Tugging it down over his face, sorry. Don't do that, I murmured, clearly flustered. Don't call me that. I released the hood and quickly started walking again, unable to look at him. He only smiles, the same maddeningly soft expression lingering as he awaits for me to lead the way. Since we're heading beyond the castle grounds, I move ahead of him, scanning our surroundings carefully. As we near the outskirts of town, I summon my cloak with a flicker of magic, letting it settle over my shoulders, keeping the hood down for better visibility. I focus on the road ahead. Stay close to me, I say firmly, my gaze locking with Bill's. He lifts his arm slightly, the shadow of his hood obscuring most of his face. I wouldn't dream of leaving you, he replies, his voice steady yet warm. His hand reaches for mine, fingers curling around it. This way, you can be certain I'm close. The gesture catches me off guard, and I feel a faint warmth rise against my cheeks. I brush it aside with a small nod, focusing on the path ahead. The market is bustling, the midday crowd waving through the streets like a restless tide. I guide us carefully towards our first stop, the public library, which doubles as a bookshop. But before we can reach the door, a sudden wave of creatures surge through the street, brushing past us in a chaotic flurry. Our hands nearly split apart in the rush, but Bill's grip tightened, pulling me close. "You told me to stay close," he murmurs, his voice low but teasing as he leans down slightly, his form towering over me. His words are soft, but the intensity of his presence is undeniable. I glanced up at him, catching the faint fatigue etched into his features. He's not even trying to hide how tired he is anymore. Despite myself, I allow the proximity, stepping closer to avoid the creatures and stealing a glance at his face. His medium blonde hair gleaming. Oh, sorry, caught me off guard, that description. His medium blonde hair gleams like strands of gold in the sunlight, and his green cat-like eyes met mine, holding me there for a moment longer than I'd like to admit. The crowd has passed. We can go now. We can go inside now, I said quietly, breaking the moment. He releases me reluctantly, but follows without hesitation. His expression a mixture of quiet contentment and a faint disappointment as the closeness fades. We climb a short set of stone stairs, me leading the way. I push open the dark brown door, its white glass panels adorned with intricate golden patterns. The bell above chimes softly, filling the quiet library with its light, magical ring. I step aside to let Bill enter first, watching as he ducks his head slightly in a gesture of gratitude for this simple action. As the door swings shut behind him with another delicate ding, he reaches up to lower his hood, revealing his face fully to the warm light inside. The space is calm and still, a sharp contrast to the lively chaos of the market outside. I take a quiet moment to observe him as he adjusts to the new surroundings, his movements both deliberate and graceful. "Oh my," a voice rings out from above. The librarian steps into view at the edge of the second floor railing, her tone rising in astonishment. "Your Majesty, what a surprise!" She descends quickly, her movements graceful yet hurried as she approaches the prince. Good day to you, madame." "Oh, good day to you, madame," Bill replies, his tone polite but strained, a forced cheerfulness barely masking his desire to end the interaction swiftly. "Please assist my companion with her needs," he adds, effectively shifting her focus to me. "Yes, my lord," she says, turning to me with a strange smile, the disappointment of not serving the prince directly poorly veiled. "How may I assist you?" I hand her the list of academic books we've come to collect, directing her to the relevant sections. She seems reluctant, glancing back at the prince, who remained by the entrance, not following us. As she gathered 2 sets of each book, her attention grew with every glance at his stationary figure. I'm so sorry, I need water. When I say creatures, I mean like all kind of mixed things. Humans, half humans, complete like creatures, whatever your imaginary ones. That's like the goal. It's like a mixed species kind of thing. It's everything. By the way, like okay. Just as she prepared to hand the books to me, Bill approaches, clearly intent on helping. I fix him with a pointed look, slightly telling him to stop, but he ignores it, taking the stack from her hands under the presence of sparing her the effort. "Ah, you're quite the touch, my lord. How thoughtful of you." Her tone shifts, now shy and flirtatious. Bill responds with a practiced smile, perfectly pleasant. Perfectly pleasant yet completely insincere. She, of course, doesn't notice, charmed by his appearance and presence. "Ah, how rude of me, my lord. You have my gratitude," she continues, bowing slightly, her round glasses catching the light as she tilts her head to look up at him. "I am Marine. Marianne, sorry. I'm Marianne, caretaker of this library. How fortunate we are to have your strength today." She tucks a stray lock behind her ear, her fingers lingering just enough to seem intentional, her gaze inviting. Bill notices but remains uninterested, his polite smile unwavering. Completely ignoring my presence, she continues to linger around him until I move toward the counter with the books in hand. Seeing this, the prince follows, his attention now on me. Marianne, realizing her chance to engage further with him is slipping, trails behind us, her frustration poorly hidden beneath her forced expression. I place the books on the counter with a heavy thud, the sound cutting through the quiet air. The prince sets his stack down beside mine with much less noise, though fewer books are in his pile. The counter features a cash register that oh my god, executes a mix of vintage elegance and arcane craftsmanship. Its brass frame gleams softly, adorned with intricate runes intricate runes and shimmering patterns etched into its surface. The keys are delicate and whimsical, and each press emits a faint glow of magic. The drawer, then opened, reveals not only the coins but also a secured scroll, embodied, endued, oh my god. Okay, imbued, I think it is, imbued with protective enchantments. I summon a black leather pouch into my hand, its golden rope trim glinting faintly as I untie it, taking out the necessary coins. I place them carefully on the counter, ensuring she can see and count them herself. "Seems like you've placed more coins than necessary," she remarks. Her voice tingled with surprise. Oh, wait, what? No. Tinged with surprise as she examines the amount. "A modest gift offered in gratitude for your assistance in navigating the library, as well as your additional effort in holding those books for me," I replied steadily, my tone natural and straightforward. Her expression softened, though her dissatisfaction with me doesn't entirely vanish. She collects the coins and places them in the register, her movements deliberate. While she's distracted, I hold over the books, focusing as I hold my hand over the books, focusing as I send them to their respective rooms, mine and the princess. The subtle flicker of magic, brief but efficient. It seems it's time for you to go, my lord. Yeah, it seems it is time for you to go, my lord. Marianne says whimsifully. Whimsifully? Is it written? Okay, whimsiful. Turning her attention back to the prince. "I truly hope our paths meet again soon, though I fear I must remain here tending to my duties. Until then, may your travels be safe." "Thank you, Madame Marianne." Oh my god. Saying Madame is so weird. "Thank you, Madame Marianne," Bill replies with a courteous nod, his voice gentle but distant. "I, too, hope our paths cross again. Until then, take care." I've already opened the door, waiting for him to finish. He steps for sliding. Huh? steps tough with a slight dip as he's. I'm not sure what I was trying to say. He steps through. Okay, maybe that. He steps through with a dip of his head as he passes, his hood now pulled back over his face. As I glance back, I catch Marianne's whimsical expression and bow slightly, a silent acknowledgement of her efforts. Closing the door behind me, I ascend the stairs, finding Bill already waiting at the bottom, his gaze steady as he waits for me to take the lead once more. Now to the food market, Bill says, raising his head towards me once more. His hopeful expression, though heartwarming, is tingled with exhaustion. You look awful, I reply bluntly as our hands intertwine. We should head back. There's a note of concern in my voice, and an urgency I can't quite suppress. No. Let's keep going. I can rest later, he insists, his grip on my hand firm as he anchors us in place. I sigh, recognizing the determination in his voice. Pushing against his will should be fruitless, and I can't deny him when he looks at me like that. Reluctantly, I turn us towards the Grand Market, matching my pace to his slower, heavier steps. I adjust my stance to walk more closely beside him, silently offering support without drawing attention to his growing fatigue. The narrow alley leading to the food market feels longer than usual, but Bill's face lights up as we emerge into the first area. His exhaustion momentarily lifted, the vibrant buzz with activity in the air filled with enticing aromas and the hum of excited chatter. This section is lively, teeming with trinkets, treats, and small booths selling colorful, sweet, and baked goods. The shops are adorned with bright banners, their wares displayed in intricate arrangement that catch the eye. I scan the area, searching for a quieter cafe where Bill could rest and perhaps have something to recharge. Before I can suggest it, he tugs on my hand, drawing my attention to a quaint candy shop filled with a oh my god. Words. Kaleidoscope of sweets displayed in glass jars and trays. The soft glow of lanterns inside casts a cozy light over the shop's interior, making it feel warm and inviting. Clearly eager, Bill's gaze shifts to me, silently asking for permission. I relent, guiding us into the shop, and he eagerly follows, his grip still firm in my hand. Inside, the shop bustles with life. Shelves overflow with confections. Shelves overflow with confections of all shapes and sizes. Chocolates, crystallized sugar, candied fruits, and pastries that glisten under the light. Creatures of various size and species move through the aisles, their chatter blending with the faint melody playing in the background. Bill begins to wander, his curiosity pulling him from one display to the next, inadvertently tugging me along. His excitement is palpable as he examines each treat, from sugar dust candies to an intricate molded chocolate figurines. Intricately molded chocolate figurines. When he can't decide, he looks back at me, his green eyes wide and pleading for help. I grab a candy bag and begin to fill it with assortment of treats, packed sweets, colored hard candies, and small bags of weighted gummies make their way into the bag as Bill hovers over my shoulder, watching my selection with growing excitement. By the time we approach the counter, we've managed to waver through the bustling shop, dodging other Patreons while we're still holding hands. The cashier greets us with a warm smile, their gentle voices cutting through the lively noise. "Is it all?" they ask, their tone kind as they glance at the bulging candy bag. "Add this too, please," Bill says, stepping forward to place a neatly wrapped box of freshly made chocolate cookies into the counter. I glanced at the box, recognizing my favorite kind of cookies, and my cheeks warmed slightly. He must have noticed. The cashier takes the box and carefully tucks it into the bag with the rest of our purchases. I summon my black leather pouch once more, its gold-grim edges catching the soft light, counting out the appropriate coins. I place them on the counter before dismissing the pouch back into thin air. "Your drinks will be ready at the entrance," they kindly added as they thanked us for our visit. As we exited the shops, 2 cups of warm beverages appeared before us. With my free hand already full, I attempted to free the other from Bill's grasp, but he tightened his hold, unhappy with my efforts. He instead used his free hand to take the bag from me, quickly sending it away with his magic. "How is it?" he asks, as I take a sip from the warm apple cider, now curdled in my hand. "It's actually very good," I reply joyfully, covering my mouth as I blush slightly under his intense stare. Satisfied by my happiness, he takes a sip of his own espresso hot chocolate. A smile forms on his lips as rich flavors seem to breathe some life back to him. We slow our steps, savoring the warmth of the drinks and the soft patter of the cold drizzle that dances around us. The bustling market fades into background as we stroll, our roles momentarily forgotten in the quiet comfort of each other's company. Bill points out everything that catches his eye as we stroll through the market. A beautiful stream of water running under the bridge, under the bridge we just crossed. The edge of the forest peeking beyond the fields. Stray cats chasing each other playfully by a pet shop, and shops adorning with dazzling lights or festive decorations. Each moment is a discovery he insists on sharing with me. His enthusiasm infectious despite his clear fatigue. We finally dispose of our empty cups in a trash can tucked near a wall, ready to move deeper into the market. As we enter the more local part of the market, the crowd shifts. This area is where most of the town's village gathered, a stark contrast to the bustling tourist-heavy section. Yet today, even here, a surprising number of visitors linger. "Here," I say softly. Oh my god, wait, I need tea. I need to drink. The familiar stand comes into view. I'm sorry, okay. "Here," I say softly. The familiar stand comes into view as a few creatures step aside, clearing the way. Lee, the elderly vendor I've been seeking, spots me almost instantly. She places her hands on her knees, slowly pushing herself upright with a steady, deliberate motion, her weariness evident in the cold air. I quickened my pace, dragging Bill along behind me. "Lee, I'm so glad to see you today. Oh my god, I greet her warmly, my voice lifting with joy. Her tired yet determined eyes brighten at the sight of me. She offers a gentle smile, her wrinkles on her face softening with affection. "Haven't seen you around for a while, dear," she said, her voice trembling slightly, though whether from the chill or her age I can't tell. Without hesitation, I walk behind her stand and guide her back into her chair, and gently arguing her to sit. I kneel before her so we're eye to eye, a position that allows her to relax as we talk. "I've been busy those past few days," I explained. Guilt tugging at my voice. I don't know why. She nods in understanding before catching me up on her life. She speaks of her young grandsons, Edwin and Walter, who are now under her care. Their parents were tragically lost to a robbery technically, but whatever, who showed no mercy despite their pleas. Lee's sour is pebble, but so is her resolve. She refuses to let the boys help her in the stand, knowing the dangers it possesses, and her protective instincts keep her tirelessly working to provide for them. I listen intensely as I began gathering the ingredients from Will's list, adding a few extra items I know will be needed later. When Lee tries to help me, I wave her off. Okay. Insisting she save her strength for the rest of her long day ahead, especially in the biting cold. "Please, at least let me discount some of this," she says, mostly pleadingly. Almost pleadingly, sorry. She says almost pleadingly, her kind nature shining through. I glance at her as she counts the goods I've placed on the counter, sitting as comfortably in as her chair allows. But I have no intention of taking advantage of her generosity. "How about I give you extra and you use it to get something nice for the boys from me," I suggest, sliding a few more coins across the counter. She tries to protest, but I dismiss my pouch into the ether before before she could return the coins, leaving her little choice but to accept. With a sigh, she relents, though it's clear her gratitude overweights her reluctance. Lee reaches for the heavy bags to hand them to me, but Bill swiftly steps in, intercepting them. "Thank you kindly," he says, holding the bags firmly out of my reach. "I hope you have a wonderful day ahead." "Wonderful, what a wonderful young man," Lee says, flustered by his thoughtfulness. Unaware of his true identity, she says with a warm, motherly smile, "I hope that they treat you well too, dear." Bill, ever composed, offers her a slight bow. "Thank you for your kindness," he says softly, his voice filled with sincerity. I found myself momentarily stunned, caught off guard by his genuine gesture, but I quickly recover, bidding Lee farewell as we continue on our way. I need to stop by the armory. I inform Bill as we leave the market. "If you like, you can invest at our next stop, if you don't mind a small addition to our plans." Bill nods, seemingly not only agreeable but pleased to extend our time outside the castle. We walk in companionable silence, his footsteps still heavy, but his expression lingered. Okay. Footsteps still lame, but his expression still linger. The armory is conveniently on the way to our final destination. When we arrive, I ask Bill to wait at the entrance while I head inside to finalize an order for a new helmet. True to my word, I'm back within minutes. After a bit more walking, we reach our final stop. And that is where chapter 4 ends. The hours, huh? Hello? Nah, it's like 2.5-ish. I'm in chapter 22. Yeah, okay. So I think that's my last one because my voice, my throat is starting to like get drier. So the limit is like 4 chapters. We stopped on 5. Remember, guys, we did chapter 1 to 4. Yeah. Okay, let's see what I missed, if I missed anything. Madame, why me and her share the name? What do you mean? What name do you share with her? The EPS friends. Oh. Fuck YouTube emotes, I don't know. Still live? Yeah. How big is that script? What do you mean? What script? It's not a script, it's a story. Yeah. Damn, almost 3 hours. Yep. Hello. Let's go. Mary Ann. What? How are you sharing a name with her? Hello? Are you called Mary Ann? Did you just dox yourself, Marks? Oh man, that's long reading, and my god, my tiredness really started to show through there at the end. Mari, oh okay, like Marix and Mary. Motherfucker just tried to insert himself into the story. That's all I'm getting. Oh my god, my voice. I did not expect to read for this long, I'm not gonna lie. Someone predicted Marks. Well, no, actually no. I think no. No, yeah, I did. I'm a genius. But yeah, that's the story for now. Tomorrow, I think it's a longer day for me at college, but I don't have anything after tomorrow, so it's gonna be a longer stream. We're probably gonna draw we're gonna start with drawing like little tomos, because I don't draw tomo as much, honestly, so I don't have stuff of her. So I want to like draw maybe some chibis, and we'll probably draw some assets like glasses for me to put on. And a book, maybe we'll also do a book cover, because like I already have a book cover, so maybe like the other parts of a book, you know, to make a book asset. Don't forget the horns. What do you mean? I think you said you always forget the horns. I forget so many details of Tomo. It's okay. We work with a reference for a reason. But yeah, no, I made it like a thank you post, I think, for like 400 followers, and I literally forgot the horns, literally. So that's that. But yeah, and that I don't really have anything else to add to say. I'm so tired, honestly. Your boy is tired. Wait. Okay. Yeah, take a good rest. Yeah. I mean, I should have like an English pass, right? Because tomorrow's like morning lesson is English for like 3 hours. So technically I should have a pass. Because, I don't know, I think my English is good. So, I'm hopefully gonna get that. But I want to do Japanese in the mornings, you know? So, yeah, I'll probably like, since I don't officially have a pass yet, it's still in the process. I'm still, I think I still have to be present at the classes, so I'll go and I'll just do Japanese instead. The teacher said she's fine with it. Like, I asked her last time if she's fine with me learning something else. She's like, yeah, sure. So who cares? But yeah, I think we'll be ending it now. Thank you everyone who came. Thank you everyone who listened and suffered through. I hope maybe we'll dedicate one day a week for reading. Maybe. Hopefully the chapters from now on will be better writing wise. I don't remember. I'm so far ahead in the story. So please forgive mistakes. But yeah, that's this for now. And bye bye.